and so on. Of course, Jack Willis is on screen now. I'll let him introduce himself and so on, instead of, you don't listen to me waffling all the time and everything. But of course, he's made his debut in the Autumn Nations Cup against Georgia. He's been part of the pathway coming through and everything. Was part of the 2016 Junior World Cup, were you, mate? I think.
Yeah.
And of course, he's playing his trade, as Chris has mentioned, in the back row at Wasps already. And then, of course, he's part of the Six Nations EPS as well. So thanks for joining us, Jack. Anyway, really.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me on, guys.
Good stuff. So, do you want to do a little bit of intro, mate, or anything, or do you want me to kick straight into the questions?
I reckon we go into it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. So I've got up here already. So let's have a look here. I've got Tom from Settle College. So Tom, are you wanting to unmute yourself?
Yeah. Hello.
Come on, hello, mate. You all right?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'll leave you with Jack.
Do you think the way the game is played at pro level needs to change to make it more enjoyable to watch?
Well, firstly, hi Tom. Thanks for that. So I think there's a lot of people at the moment that are questioning the way things are going on, and it's hard because elite rugby, you want to win games. That's the main focus for everyone. And with it being so competitive and defenses being so strong at the moment, it makes it hard to always want to chuck the ball around, because you can end up putting yourself in a bit of trouble. So I like to think that there's glimpses of really exciting rugby, especially in the Premiership. Some of the games that we've had recently, they've been really high scoring, lots of tries, and good to watch. But at test match level, it's difficult because you can't play in the same sort of way in attack. You have to be slightly more structured in the way you play, and as I say, the focus is trying to win those games. But yeah, I think trying to play exciting stuff is always a focus, but it's in the right areas.
Cheers.
No worries.
Lily from Ilfracombe.
Hi. Who is your idol and how did they shape who you are today?
I'd say, so when I was younger, it would definitely be my dad. I watched him playing when I was growing up, loads really. I mean, he played until he was about 46, which was quite impressive. I'm not sure my legs will last that long, but he, loved watching him play. Me, my brother and sister would always be up the local rugby club and watching and cheering him on. And then probably moving into more of the professional game, when I started watching professional rugby, was Richie McCaw. As a back rower, he's just incredible and really tenacious, gets himself about the park, and I always wanted to play a bit like how he did, and I like how he got stuck in.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lily.
Thanks, Lily. Tommy from St Thomas More.
Hello. So my question is, how do you stay mentally strong and focused under challenging circumstances, such as during the recovery period after injury, before the game for your debut for England?
Do you want me to read that, Jack? Did you get that? Sorry, Tommy. It was just we just sort of back, didn't we?
Yeah.
You've got it there, mate.
Sorry.
Yeah, one sec. So yeah, I think it's difficult to stay mentally strong the whole time. I think I'd be lying if I didn't admit that I had pretty tough days when I got injured and was going through all of that. But I think the main thing for me, and there's some days where you walk into training and your knee's swollen and you're not getting anywhere with your rehab, and it's pretty frustrating, and you don't really want to talk to anyone about it. But for me, the times where I tried to bottle it up was when I felt at my worst, and when I actually just spoke to someone, be it my brother over a cup of tea and a few hobnobs, or catching up with my girlfriend, talking to my family, anyone really, and sharing what's going through your head is the best way to deal with it. Because if you lock yourself up and just think about everything in your own head, you make your problems worse. I know it's a bit sort of a cliche, but a problem shared is a problem halved, and it really is. People are always there to look out for you, and if you reach out and throw them a bit of a bone and say, look, I need a chat here, people are always happy to help, and that's definitely what got me through.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Tommy. Good stuff. So we've got Harry in the year 7 room now. James Bateman.
Yep.
Who's the best rugby player you played with?
I would say, that's a good question. So there's probably a mixture. Someone who's incredibly skillful was Danny Cipriani. Some of the best skills I've ever seen in training and games. It was crazy how good he was with the ball in hand. And then probably, if I was thinking of someone who just always plays well, is someone like Jimmy Gopperth at Wasps. He's 37, I think now, and he's still chugging away, playing well, and yeah, to be playing at elite level at 37, and a couple of years back when he won Players Player and stuff, it just showed at the high level he's still playing the game at.
Brill. And then Phoebe from Settle.
Hi, my question is, how do you stay motivated throughout training, and what do you do when you aren't motivated?
Hi, Phoebe. So I think the one thing we're quite lucky with is we've got a lot of fantastic coaches around us that help keep us motivated. But equally, for me, I'd like to think that my motivation is trying to perform well and impress and make my family proud. That's a big thing for me, is trying to make them proud and what I do. And I know that a lot of hard work has to go in order to play well on the pitch, and that's what everyone sees. When I'm not so motivated, I think it's just about just getting on with something. So there may be days where you're like, oh, I've got a gym session to do on my own, and you might not be feeling the whole session. And the easy thing is to say, oh, I'm not doing anything, but you just got to try and chip away at something. And quite often what I find is as soon as you start cracking on with it and get moving, you end up just doing the whole session and really enjoying it, and you feel better for it afterwards. And I think that's the nice thing with exercise, is sometimes you may not be up for it, but afterwards you always feel so much better for it.
Well, thanks, Phoebe. Thanks, Tom. Tegan, hand over to you.
Hiya. So my question is, what specific training do you do that helps you stay on your feet during the breakdown in the game?
Thanks, Tegan. Yeah, I do a lot of stretching, and a lot of flexibility work, and that helps me try and keep a wide base. But equally, you need to be able to sort of balance in that position, and also be strong in that position, because you've got some big old lumps coming at you to clear you out. And I do a lot of work in those sort of wide positions when my legs are apart, so like sumo deadlifts and things like that, to try and strengthen the groin area, and also my glutes and hip area. So yeah, that's probably the main bits and bobs I do.
Thank you.
Brilliant. And Billy from St Thomas More.
Hi. My question is, last season you had the most turnovers in the Premiership, 46. Do you think this ability helped you get selected for England? And can you give any tips how to win the ball in a turnover?
Thank you, Billy. Yes, I think in order to get picked for England, you've got to try and have something that stands out, and something that you feel is a bit of a strength. And it's something I work really hard on, is going after the ball and jackling at breakdowns, and was fortunate enough to get a good return on it last year, and then get my opportunity with England. But you look at the back row that we've got here, and everyone's got something that stands out. In order to try and break into that squad, for me, yeah, I've got to really try and push, having something like that stands out, and then having the rest of your all-round game as good as possible.
Well, great question. So I'm going to hand over to the year 6 room now at James Bateman School. So I'm not sure if I've got a nominated speaker there, have we?
How long have you played professionally for, and what age did you start playing?
So I've played professionally now for how long? 6 years, which has gone very quickly. I started playing professionally when I was 18. I started playing rugby at Abbey Rugby Club in Reading when I was I think I was about 7. I wasn't really, at the time, I wasn't really a massive fan of the tag rugby, because me and my brother would tear around the garden for years and fully tackling each other and getting stuck in. So I had to get told off quite a few times for tackling people in the tag rugby, but then eventually got the hang of it. And then under 9s moved into the contacts, which was, it was good fun.
Well, thanks to Year 6, guys. Just giving you all a bit of a warning, guys, which I think is there's a 5-minute warning, 5-minute timer on at the moment. So being Zoom how it is, it will kick us off. So, but I'll try and fire through this as quick as I can. So we've got Tilly now from Settle College.
Were you ever told that you couldn't or wouldn't ever make it? If so, how did you deal with it?
Yeah, I did actually. I trialled with London Irish when I was 13, and they told me I was too small, wasn't going to be big enough to play rugby, and it did hit my confidence quite hard at the time, and it was quite a tough thing to deal with at that age, getting told you're not good enough, not big enough. But it's quite a common thing that people say that, but then you've got to keep enjoying your rugby, keep working hard, and not lose faith. I think that's the biggest thing that I wouldn't want people to do is stop enjoying their rugby just because they can't make it professionally, because the social benefits you get from rugby, whether it is professional or not, is just incredible. My dad, for example, played rugby for many years, and some of his best friends are from the rugby played at club level. So I just say keep enjoying it, because don't let things like that just knock your confidence too much.
Melanie from Ilfracombe again.
Hi. Do you worry about getting injured when you play?
Thanks, Mo. Yeah, sometimes, it does go through your head, especially after the tough set of injuries I had a few years ago. It's always in the back of your mind, but I think when you actually get stuck into the game, you just put your head into anything and hope for the best. Because I think if you think you're going to get injured, then chances are you will. So you've just got to make sure you go into it and chuck yourself into it 100%, because when you pull out of things, that's when it can get a bit risky.
Well, and Sam from St Thomas More.
What was your thought process while training for your first England game?
I was just incredibly excited and massively proud to be part of the training setup. And then when I found out I was playing, it was just incredible. A dream come true since I was a little lad. And for my family, obviously not being able to be there because of COVID, which is really, really sad, but it was just incredible to be able to tell them. Actually, funny story, because of the way it sort of works in camp, they name the team on Twitter, and that's how we find out. So I didn't actually know, and I was getting a haircut in camp at the time. So it was at 11 o'clock, it was announced I was getting a haircut. And I was, all of a sudden, my phone's buzzing away in my pocket. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. And then finished my haircut about sort of 20 past 11, checked my phone, and basically all my family and everyone had found out that I was playing before I even had found out, which is quite a cool way of doing it, find out on Twitter. It's really exciting. But just FaceTime them straight away. And it was quite emotional. It was quite cool.
Good stuff. And the Year 5 room at James Bateman School now.
Hi, did you ever play any other sports? If so, what did you play?
Hi, thank you. Yeah, so I played a lot of football when I was younger. I loved football, played every Saturday. And for 1 year when I was about 11, I played football Saturdays and Sundays, and stopped rugby for a little bit, and then started rugby back up. Yeah, I love football, and it's always good to play a load of different sports. I think it's nice. It's good to try a bit of everything.
That's brilliant. And I'm just really conscious of time and everything, so I'm just going to quickly go to Charlotte at Settle College. Then I'm going to have to look to wrap up, I'm afraid. You there, Charlotte? Don't worry then. Okay, then. Well, I'm conscious. I'm looking at the time and everything. So I know there's a few questions there that we had planned that we couldn't quite get through and stuff, but we're going to have to just look to leave it there anyway. So I'm sure you'll all join me in actually a massive thanks to Jack actually for taking the time to join us today and speak to us and ask all those questions. A massive thanks to all the 4 schools being involved, and for your teachers for helping us pull this together anyway. So feel free to give them a wave and everything. Thanks, Jack, mate. 'Cause I know you've got a real busy schedule in camp and everything, and I'm sure you've got a great review to go to in a minute.
Yeah. No, thank you very much for having us on, guys, and sorry for any questions we missed. But yeah, thank you. Nice to speak to you all.
Great stuff. Thanks, everyone. Take care, everyone.
Cheers. See you later.
Bye-bye.